Well, there you have it. If you didn't get it, trillions, trillions. Let's bring in Senator John Barrasso, Republican from Wyoming. Senator, are you on board with what Nancy Pelosi has to say?
No, I'm not. She is still living on Fantasy Island. I've read her $3 trillion bill, and she asks for direct payments actually to illegal immigrants. She asks for money to bail out sanctuary cities, to bail out failed pension programs in states that have been years in the making. What she doesn't talk about in her plan are actually things that get people back to work, jobs, and the kind of liability protection that we need for our healthcare workers, for our schools, as well as for the mom and pop businesses who are trying to reopen.
And the question always, as our viewers look on, Senator, who's paying for all of this?
Well, you got it right. This is all added to our debt, just as the last CARES Act was as well. And she's looking for bailouts all around the country. Well, we need to be focused on three things. If there is another piece of legislation, and I believe there will be, my criteria is, will this help get people back to work and children back to schools, number one. Number two, will it help save lives in terms of testing, vaccines, and treatment? And then number three, will it provide this necessary liability protection that our hospital and healthcare providers need, as well as the small businesses, as well as our schools?
Well, you mentioned schools, and I just want to pick that up a little bit, Senator. President Trump wants to reopen those schools. We know that, but he's blaming the Democrats for keeping them closed, saying that it is all about politics. Take a listen to this.
We have to open our schools. Open our schools. Stop this nonsense, this political nonsense. And it's only political nonsense. It's politics. They don't want to open because they think it will help them on November 3rd. I think it's going to hurt them on November 3rd. Open your schools.
Well, the message is clear, Senator. Do you agree it's just pure politics from the Democrats?
Well, my take of this is we need to get the politics out of it, and we need to get the children back into school. The president, as well as parents, as well as pediatricians, agree the best place for young children is to have them back in school and all the way through college. And we need to do it responsibly, smartly, and we can do it that way. We cannot afford another year of lost time for our young people in terms of their education. The American Academy of Pediatrics has come out and said just that. Here in Wyoming, we have a program started July 1st working with the schools called Start Smart, in terms of working to make sure the schools open smartly. But I will tell you, Ash, I believe there's an expense to doing this. And in terms of the CARES Act, as we look to another piece of legislation, I think we need to make sure there is money in there to make sure that schools have what they need in terms of spacing, disinfectants, so it is safe for students as well as teachers to return to school in the fall.
Exactly. All right, we're already out of time, but Senator John Barrasso, Republican from the great state, beautiful state of Wyoming. Senator, thank you so much for joining us this morning on this Friday. And as we head to the break, take a look at those futures.